Okay, I'm going to share this message I got with you guys because there's some really important stuff in here that I think you should hear. We recently brought home a 4.5-month-old Groenendael, which is a Belgian Shepherd, that we named Zeus. He's very playful, sweet boy. He wants to play with my 5-year-old son, Axel, who hasn't had any experience with a dog that's the same size as him. Zeus regularly jumps up on him and pushes Axel over from weight and licks him. He also has a habit of mouthing hands and arms, and sometimes this has led to Axel getting hurt from being pushed into things or Zeus's nails or teeth bumping his arm. There's never been any aggression, it's all been play, but Axel is becoming timid around Zeus, and I don't want Zeus to learn that he can do that. Well, Zeus has already learned he can do that because he's doing it, he's getting away with it. What you need to do is you need to structure the interaction between your son and your dog. You've got a high drive dog. I don't know why the breeder didn't have this sit down conversation with you before you got the dog, but they should have, he or she should have. Now, you need to make sure you have a crate in your house. You need to make sure the dog is crated and the dog sees your son running around and playing and jumping and screaming and playing with his games and doing whatever little kids do. That needs to become the normal, everyday scenario for your dog. This can't be a surprise for him. He can't be shocked by it. He can't be stunned by it. He has to understand that's what happens. And he's going to learn that by being in a crate. When he's interacting with your son, he's treating him like a littermate. He's playing with him like he's a littermate. That's never going to work out. Okay, and that leads us to the second part of this message from you, and I'm going to read it now. And this is the part that's kind of disturbing, and I want to really address this. You say, I've tried to teach Axel to stand firm and say no and push Zeus away, but he's too timid and generally turns away from the dog and backs away. And he brings his arms up to avoid them going to Zeus's mouth. I'm going to remind you, you already told me this dog is the same size as your son. Now, I'm 200 pounds. Imagine me standing up to a 200-pound dog that's jumping up on me and telling him no and pushing him away. It's illogical. You need to be the parent here. You need to be the parent and the structure maker for the dog and the child. That means you need to tell the dog no, right? But before you do that, make sure the dog is in a crate. Make sure the dog sees his place in this relationship, in this family. That's critical. You need to make sure the dog understands where he will and won't fit in, what he is and isn't allowed to do. And this is not about punishing the dog. This is not about yelling at the dog or whacking the dog or yanking the dog's collar. It's a 4.5-month-old puppy. You need to keep him from failing. It's as simple as that. You need to make sure that the interaction between your son and him is when you have the dog under control and on a line. Most of the time, this dog can be in a crate when your son is running around. You need to take the dog out in the backyard. You need to teach the dog what it means to say sit or down or leave it. Once that's done, then they can start interacting more. But for now, I'm encouraging you to please structure the dog, teach the dog, watch my videos, the ones you say you saw on YouTube, and really give the dog the tools to survive and protect your son from this crazy puppy. Because if not, you're going to be giving this dog away. And that's what's always a heartbreak, because the dog is doing nothing wrong. The dog is being the puppy that you bought. And you need to make sure that the puppy you brought home is going to be the puppy you can live with. Because he's going to turn into a dog that you can't live with if you don't. So good structure, good interactions, crate training, focus interactions with you, focus trainings with you, good boundaries, and keep the dog from failing. And I hope this works out, because it's probably a really nice dog, but you're dropping the ball on this big time. So get on it, start training the dog, and don't allow your dog to jump on your kid. Use the line and use common sense.